What's up, guys? This is another episode of Creator Sit Down with my friend Capnfister. You may know him from Twitch or from Twitter, so definitely go give him a check out. Names are the same everywhere you are. I just also wanted to say to anybody hearing this or listening, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking it out. This is a absolutely amazing project that I enjoy doing, and whether it just is me finding a reason to talk to people, it makes my week having these conversations with other creators, just to know that, you know, it may provide value somewhere down the road. If you haven't, please subscribe on all podcast feeds around the globe, wherever you listen to this. Don't forget to check out the YouTube at NedleyTV over on YouTube, and we do stream almost every day on twitch.tv/NedleyTV. Go give that a check out as well. I would super appreciate it, guys. Enjoy the episode. Welcome back to this episode of the Creator Sit Down, and today I have somebody who I personally would call a friend, and slight delay in the video, but we're gonna make it work. Capnfister, how you doing, dude?
I'm sweating.
Why are you sweating?
Dude, I'm nervous.
What? Why are you nervous?
Dude, I've never done anything like this.
Really?
I just stream, and that's kind of all I do. Like, I don't delve into anything else.
All right, so real quick, for those who don't know who you are, give the TLDR. Who is Capnfister?
Discord die? Oh.
No? Wait. Oh, hello? Are you fucking with me?
Everything froze.
Oh.
Everything froze!
You didn't freeze on my end.
So it was me. How did I freeze?
I don't know.
Nothing happened.
No, you're good, though. So
take two.
Sorry. No, it's fine. So, for those who don't know who you are, give the TLDR. Who is Capnfister?
I'm just some dude. I stream on the internet.
Okay.
Under the same name. Pretty much it. You know.
So I have to start with why the name? Why the name?
The name. Okay, so the name is just. Oh man. I don't know if you want the answer to this.
No, I want the answer to it. I have to. No, this is this. So fun. Like, I talk to the wife about basically everything I do, right? Yeah. I said, I got to record a podcast before stream today. She said, "Oh, who you interviewing?" I said, "Oh, I'm my buddy Capnfister."
Yeah.
She looks at me like this, and I'm like, "Good dude." She goes, "Last week you did butt juice soup. This week you're doing Capnfister." She's like, "When are you gonna go talk to prolapsed asshole?" And I'm like, "Give it about a month, baby. We got this." So why the name? I have to know, and she wants to know.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. It's not as interesting as some might think.
Okay.
Sadly, I wish it was something more interesting. About 10 or so years ago, I was playing like MMORPGs like religiously. And they basically had a race, class, character, whatever, that had like massive gauntlets and would just punch stuff.
Which MMO?
Dude, I don't remember what it was called. It was some generic, Asian one.
Oh, okay.
Like Viola, it was pretty popular back in the day, but yeah. So I picked the character that used fists, gauntlets, and I'm terrible with names, so I sat there for a good amount of hours just trying my best to think of a name, and then just this name came up, and I just used it ever since. That's literally it.
So does anybody ask, like when they first hop into the stream, right? And you got for those who don't know, you have like the booty emotes, which are also very indicative of the act of fisting. So true. Like, does anybody just come in and go, "Dude, what the fuck? Why?" Yeah. Like if I go, especially I get it more if I go into someone's stream that I've never been into before, and they're like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And there's always that pause. They go, "Hey, what's up, Capnfister?" And I'm just like, "Hello." Like, hi.
Like everything's normal. Yeah. So I get a lot of interest. Like a lot of people think I'm like a troll account.
Yeah,
but
I can see that.
Yeah. So I just kind of have to break through the fact of it being a troll account, and then people actually realize, hey, this is actually a real person with a very odd name
and a very good person. So you are a Vice streamer as well. we had Jax on the other day, and for you were probably the first, like when I first joined in, I was very I get nervous whenever I join a team like that because like you don't know what the hell's gonna happen, right?
Yeah, of
and
course.
so I'm beeping through and checking everybody's shit, and you have this demeanor and cadence about how you engage with your chat that is supremely engaging. Like, are you just naturally a people person? You mentioned you've never done anything like this, right?
Yeah.
Like, are you just naturally that way outside of this, or really?
Yeah. I'm really like everyone that I've met. So if I like my roommate, my girlfriend, my ex-roommate, I met them through streaming and then met them in real life, and they say you're basically the same person, but when you're streaming, you're kind of dialed up to 11 as opposed to like 5 or 6 sort of thing. So I'm a lot more shy, and I'm a lot more quiet, and I'm a lot more reserved in real life. But when I'm streaming, I'm just like just straight up in there.
You turn it on. I mean, and then that's like I said, that's what keeps me coming back. Not only but you're just like a genuinely like good human, right?
I do my best.
Even with a fucking troll ass name, you're generally a decent human being.
I do my best, you know.
Like it's you helped me out just here recently, keeping me positive and my head afloat, which once again I thank you for. Like I guess the real question, like how do you manage to keep that? Do you fall into that slump? I guess is the real question, because like I can never see it.
Yeah, I'm not. I always and I have always been a firm believer in, if I'm streaming, then you're gonna see me at least 90%. If I fall below that, if I wake up and I'm like, wow, I feel like shit today, then like stream's gone. I'm not even gonna. I don't try and fake a smile, fake a laugh. If like throughout the stream, if my mood just dips or like something triggers me, like that's it. I'm kind of done for the day.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like to stream if I'm not at my best, because the way I see it, I'm an entertainer. I'm here to entertain people. If I don't feel good at entertaining people at that moment, then what's the point?
I guess,
like,
yeah.
There's so many people that come in and they're like, "Hey, I'm having a really rough day. Like, this has happened. My mind's doing this, etc., etc., etc." And like, if I'm in a bad mood, I'm just gonna be like, "Well, you know, sorry to hear that. You know, my life's pretty shitty right now." And it just spirals into this like downwards bad time. Like, I'm here to put smiles on faces, make people laugh, enjoy their time, make people feel wanted and appreciated. So that's kind of what it is.
It works. It for sure works, man. So I guess I mean, if you're willing to, how long have you been streaming for? Let's go back to the start. How long have you been doing this for?
Just over 2.5 years. I started November 2017, the end of November. Yeah.
And what got you into it?
Okay, I kid you not. I moved to America. Was it September of the same year? Maybe a bit after that, October, whatever it was. And like, I was living with my ex-wife and her family. Like, we won't go into all that. And I didn't know what to do when it came to finance. So I was playing Overwatch every night, every day, just sitting there fucking grinding it out. I'm gonna be pro one day, kind of thing. And then someone, no. We don't go into that.
No, we don't. Those were dark times for me too. Don't worry.
Yeah, terrible times. So someone mentioned something called Twitch, and I was like, "Oh, what now?" So they said like it's a streaming site, and I'm like, yeah, you mean like those, you know, like My Free Cams? Dude, I've heard of streaming sites, you know. So like, I go on the website, and I'm like,
with the name Capnfister. I mean,
I know it fits, right? I should be on that site instead.
Yo, hub stream incoming. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So OnlyFans one.
Oh.
Like, I went on it and I was like, I'd never ever heard of anything like that. Like, So to see people that were just literally streaming with a face cam and just streaming video games, and like people were watching them and interacting with them, and like I hate to say it, like giving money, you know,
Yeah.
being generous. Like I'm never ashamed to admit it. That's why I started streaming. Was a way to create some finance due to just the way my mind was at that point, like with my ex-wife and stuff. Like it gave my mind a bit of a jaded twist on reality, I guess. So like I just got all the stuff I needed. I already had a PC, so like I just started streaming a bit of Overwatch. Had no idea what I was doing. But then like a few people I met through Overwatch would come in, and I was just like, this is really cool. Like I'm just sitting here like chatting to people that are coming into my stream, you know? And like a couple of months after I started streaming, I was like, this is way more than just income. Like people are enjoying me and enjoying being here. Like I never thought that would ever become a thing. So yeah, I just kind of rolled from that, really.
That's so it's fun because like yours, and like I didn't start for financial incentive, but me and you basically have the same path into starting this thing, right? Like I had bought a PC, and then where I was working at the time, I was basically by myself 99% of the day, and I can't do that. That's hard for me to do. And so I was like, well, I just built my PC, and I was like, hey baby, I think I'm gonna like start streaming. She goes, well, what's that? And so I'm like, well, it's Twitch, and you know, I don't understand why people watch, but like if anything, like it's good for recording like VODs, and I can look at stuff like that and try to improve. And then yeah, it was just me, and I'm gonna give a couple shout outs here, but Dr. Spectre and Frost aside, the first two homies, they're still in chat almost every time. Like that were there, that I met through Overwatch, and were like, hey, like let's do this. Frost was my first sub, actually. The day that pretty much the hour that I got the email that I could like make revenue is bam, I got the Twitch Prime, and I was like, ooh, what is this?
Making the big bucks now.
Exactly. Daddy's about to make some cash. And it's like, oh wait, hang on, this was like a grind. Like there's a, like you say in Revelation though too, there's a lot more to this.
Oh yeah.
There's once you get the taste, it's like, oh, there's a lot to this streaming thing. So you're 2.5 years in now. Like what have you learned since, like from that start?
Oh my god, like the list is endless. And I talk to a lot of people who like are friends of mine or viewers or just people on Twitter, or just anybody really, when they say like, oh, how do you get started, what do you do and stuff, and it's such a mindset change from when you first start to like 2.5 years in, and probably even longer than that. Like there's more things to it that you don't expect there to be, you know. Just the way you portray yourself is a massive thing. Like if you're a completely different person when you talk to someone through Twitter, Discord, DMs, wherever, than what you are on stream, it makes it kind of weird because people think you're fake.
Yeah.
Man, there's so much. Like it's a lot harder than I was ever expecting. That man, that's a fact. Like the people that give up, and the people that quit and just say, I just can't do this. Like I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all.
What do you think is the hardest part about it?
The hardest part?
Yep.
Oh man. Honestly, retaining viewers. For me personally, retaining viewers is difficult.
I find that insane that you actually say that, because every time I pop in, it's always the same cult members. I believe that's the thing that we say now.
No. No.
So wait, is it a cult or is it not a cult? That is the question.
Like, it's not a cult. The amount.
I just had to get that out of you. Sorry. How did that start?
Okay, it didn't start from like anything. So a good friend of mine, who like yourself was with Frost. He was one of my first viewers. He's a founder in my stream. I met him through Overwatch. Random, he just came in one day and was having a chat with me. He comes in one day and he's like, the subject comes up of like what my community is called. And I say like, honestly, I don't need a name for my community because personally, like this is just me. I think it's kind of cheesy and a little bit cringy to like name your community.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Like we're on the same page. So like everyone's like, oh, let's be called the Fisters. And I'm like, you guys are fucking weird. Like,
Yes. Fuck, that should have stuck.
No. So like he went on this like whole big spiel and stuff, and he was like, you know, you're making it sound more like a cult, and that was.
Yeah, there it is.
And there it is, and everyone's like, "Oh, we're a cult now," and I'm like, "The fuck, we're not a cult. What are you?" And yeah, it's just.
So if you had to pick between the cult or the Fisters, which one would it be?
Dude, I don't want any of that. Like, as I say on the stream, like we're just a group of people that just sit and you're just a group of people that sit and watch my dumbass play games and sometimes fucking YouTube videos and have a chat, and that's it. We're not no cult fucking fisters. We have no stupid ass name. Like, oh, fuck's sake.
I'm glad we agree on that though. Like the naming of the community, I get why you do it, right? Because you're trying to build that umbrella brand for that everybody will be kind of under.
Yeah.
But like see, I struggle with a lot of things on Twitch just because I think a lot of it is fucking cringe because I'm also an adult human male who doesn't want to go, "What's up, guys? Welcome to the Ned Shed." It's like, no, it's like that's stupid. That's what a couple people really? No, it's so bad, dude.
It's bad. It is terrible, but in like the best kind of way, you know?
Like it's like I think it's funny, so like if I do it, I'm literally just like I'm memeing around on it. But like I think that the names of that is kind of dumb. But like I struggle with a lot of shit on Twitch, right? Like I don't know about you. I hate asking like even like mentioning Twitch Prime because I feel like everybody fucking does it.
Yeah, any of like I hate to use the term generic, but any of those like generic things that every streamer tries to do, like making ads and stuff, and as you say, fucking mentioning Twitch Prime, or be like there's a meme running in my stream right now about the whole. You remember that clip that went around of that girl that said about the $5 thing?
Yeah,
like that's something I just love I just love to joke about it. Like there's a command in the channel now because of it. Like,
I know.
It's funny.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really fucking funny is what it is. But yeah, like people that actually do that stuff and like go on about hey guys, if you got Amazon Prime, you can link your Twitch account. I'm not gonna sit there and like they press a button on their stream deck or something, which will make a little pop-up.
Oh God.
You click on it and stuff.
Really? I can't do that. Yeah, see.
I just can. I just want to sit in front of a camera, play a game or whatever, and just have some fun. And like, if people want a Twitch Prime sub or regular sub or you'll join the community or whatever, like they're gonna do it anyway.
Join the cult.
They don't. Ah, man, like they don't need to be told to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I feel so. I have the running philosophy, right? And this is why I've taken ever since me and you talked actually. What was that, over Friday or Saturday? I took a couple of days out. I said, look, I need to start thinking about putting the content first, right?
Yeah, and that's the most important thing.
If you get the content done first, then in theory, right, all that generosity will follow, right? And that's not what I'm looking for at the end of the day. I just want to provide value to people, mostly because it works on me, right? Like having something to do. Like my wife picked up scrapbooking just recently because now she has a hobby. This is like we got to talk about going full time because you're like in that space.
Yeah.
But like when I didn't have a job anymore, I moved. I said, "Fuck it, we're gonna do this full time." I fucking hated it. I felt like it consumed my entire mental capacity. It just became not fun anymore. It became a grind. Like, how do you deal with that part of like the being full-time thing, like relying on this as income to do this thing called eat and pay rent and shit like that? Like, how do you manage it?
It's a lot of in my opinion, I'd say the best way for me to describe it would just be purely continuously thinking it's a hobby. Like everything I do towards like anything to do with streaming and Twitch is for my own streams, etc., etc. Yes, but in my head, I still think of it as a hobby, a bit of fun, a laugh, not a full-time job, not a grind, etc. Like, yeah, it's very hard to just separate that full-time it's my job. I need to do this. I need to provide the best, and just enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know. And I think that's why I seem so positive about it all the time, because I try my best to not think of it as a job.
Yeah, which makes sense to do. I think it's a smart way of doing it, right?
Yeah.
I fell into the trap of like, fuck, I have a wife and 2 kids, and I'm relying on my wife's income. Like, that feels shit. That feels super. That feels fucking bizarre, right? Like,
yeah.
She's always made more than me, but I've always like carried my end of the slack because she's a lot smarter than I am, right? So, I mean, I'll just be honest.
At least you're not afraid to admit it.
Oh, look, she is. She's a lot smarter than a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think I have a personality.
Of course you do.
So I try to utilize that the best I can. I don't know how well it works, but you know, like, I don't know. It's all you've been a fascinating person to watch, period. Because like I said, you're super humble. You're super giving back to other creators who actually support you, which I want to talk about a little bit as well here in a second. But like, also like you provide that value. Like, it feels like that you plan these things, but it comes across like you don't. So like, do you actually plan anything that you do? Okay.
No. Well, not at all.
I'm finding this a fascinating thing on Twitch, right? Because like, if you watch the people who like are skyrocketing, right? They generally are planning something out, so that way there's like, it's like a scheduled broadcast, right? Whereas most people, including myself, kind of just walk into this thing and say, you know what, we're gonna do a thing, and it's gonna be a thing, and it's gonna be there, and hopefully people enjoy it. Like, do you put how much thought do you put into it outside of you actually streaming, or do you just say, fuck it, we're doing it? Here's the generalness of what I'm doing.
When it comes to actual streams, I put about, oh man, it's gonna maybe sound terrible. Like, I just kind of wing it. Like, literally, I'd say about 5% of the time I'll actually have a plan. Like, if I have a sub goal, the sub goal gets reached, so we're gonna do whatever the sub goal is. I'll plan for that. Like tonight, like, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are my days off, but one of those 3 days I'll do a later stream where like I'll have the green screen down, the lights off, and we'll just sit and play a horror game. So like, I guess I kind of plan those kind of streams, but when it comes to like the rest of the week, when it's my actual schedule, I just kind of, all right, we're gonna go live and see what happens.
We're gonna do a thing.
Yeah. Like, I don't, like, I may have a set plan of a game to play, but other than that, like, I don't really plan anything. I could just kind of do it.
I think that you're in the majority with that. Is what I'm like. You say that sounds bad, right? But I think that's kind of the joy of streaming. And like, anything can like happen, right?
Yeah.
And you can sort of like have a framework of what you're looking at, but you know, shit just kind of magically appears.
Yeah.
And you kind of run with it, right? Like, I don't know. It's always, it's the creators who I enjoy actually watching are the ones who look like they actually think about what they're doing, but come across like they don't. In your case, you don't, and you look like you don't, so it works, right? It's perfectly in sync.
I guess so. I didn't think, I guess I always thought that people saw me as like, do you have any idea what you're doing kind of thing? But I guess it kind of comes across like I know what I'm doing, but
I think like I've taken inspiration from you. I've picked up things from you. This what's it the Dixper or whatever the hell it's called? You gotta say it, because I don't fucking remember how to pronounce it.
It's Dixper.
Like, how'd that come about? Because you just said I have an announcement sponsor, and then you got this thing, right?
Everyone was like, "Oh my god, he's getting partner on Twitch," and I'm like, "You do realize I don't even ever have 75 viewers? How am I going to average 75 across 30 days?"
That's also bullshit, but okay.
It's not at all. Yeah. So I don't remember. It must have been about 3, maybe 4 weeks now. So I ended my stream, and I was relaxing, and I got an email, or not an email, a message on Twitch from some guy.
On Twitch?
Like, hey, yeah, I got a message on Twitch.
That's bizarre. Nobody messages anybody on Twitch.
I know, well, that's what I thought. So I was like, I have a what? Can you message people on Twitch now? What? That's a thing. So I open it and it's like a guy I don't know. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna be one of those. Hey, you want to buy some followers, become famous? Where? So like,
all my viewers got. I mean, wait, what? Hang on.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh fuck.
I mean, mine too, eh? So I open it and I read through it. Like it's quite a chunk of a paragraph. So I'm like, all right, here we go. And he's like, hey, you don't have a business email? And I'm like, should I have a business email? Am I really that big? Like, okay, anyway. And like he said, like, okay, so I've got this like new like I've got something to propose to you. Like this is new app, like it's all about interactivity and like you can increase your revenue, you know, the usual stuff. So I'm like, okay. So like I'm pretty interested in it because it sounds like something I could use. So I asked for more information. He sends me the website. I go on the website and watch like the trailer, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, so basically it was like people playing games. Like there was a Resident Evil 3 clip where like a thing popped up on screen which had a timer, which said like waste your ammo. And like the person was just like continuously firing.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. And then like there was this other clip of someone playing like League of Legends, I think it was. And suddenly like their cursor just expanded on the screen and then just turned ginormous and like they were moving it around. And I was like, are you for real? Like, is this actually real or is it like smoke and mirrors? It looks like this is happening when in fact it's not.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, like tell me more about it. So I get a load more information about it. And I'm like, all right, this actually kind of sounds pretty interesting. So I download the app and stuff. And like I play a lot of Dead by Daylight. And luckily Dead by Daylight is one of the games that they're running with the collections is what they call them right now. So I like link it up to my Dead by Daylight and my OBS. I had a little bit of problem like getting it to work. So I messaged the same guy and like I joined their Discord and he messaged me on Discord and he's like, hey, try this out. And like, because he's one of the people that like organize it and manage it, he could test it on his end. So I had like DVD just open on the what?
That's interesting. No, that's just interesting. Like,
yeah.
That so, he was able to just help you troubleshoot it from that far away, right?
Yeah. Because they're based in, I think they're a Spanish company. So I think they're definitely in Europe. I know that for a fact. So like I had DVD up on the main menu and like I was just talking to him. He was like, okay, do you see something? And suddenly like a thing popped up on my gaming monitor, my main monitor. And I'm sitting there like, oh, what just happened?
What?
Like, how did you? And he was like, okay, you see it? And I'm like, yeah, the fuck I see it. What did you? And it's like, okay, do you see this one? And then he popped something else up. And I'm like, are you hacking? Like, did you just think of am I just about to like fucking lose all my stuff? What?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like he was just working through the app to control my DVD. And yeah, so now like whenever I stream DVD, like it connects to like the app, the Dixper app. And yeah, the people can buy what they call crates, which have like, so you can buy like a pack of 10 crates. Each crate has 3 skills in it, is what they call them.
Yeah.
For like $10. So like people just fucking spam them. Like they make you mute your mic, they make you sound like a robot, they make things pop up on screen, they make you like, they control your mouse kind of thing. So they make like your camera spin around for no reason. Like it's just fucking insanity.
I've been tempted to check it out. Unfortunately, I've been playing a lot of Valorant and and I don't know if anybody's going to play comp with me if I have that going. Like it'll be fun, but
the thing is they're only like affiliate right now with certain games.
Yeah. Oh.
So, they're because it's so new, they're like, okay, so if we just have these specific games first, and then after we test those to see how good they are and how people enjoy it, then we'll move on to making it so that people can just make their own things.
Yeah.
So right now, I think like they've got TFT, Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, Resident Evil 3 for some odd reason, kind of a random one. I think League of Legends too.
Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, okay. So when the build your own things is when I'm gonna start actually, because like I wish I could get more into Dead by Daylight. Like that's the game. That game's a fascinating study. It's like it's the game that just won't stop going, and it won't stop trucking along, especially on Twitch, and
it's like this weird gem of a game when it comes to being a streamer.
It's fascinating.
It's very strange. It's very strange. I've had this discussion with so many people. It's crazy how well it works for being a streamer, for people finding you, for meeting new people. It's crazy. And like, it doesn't get the massive amount of viewage, but it does at the same time.
But it always hovers. It's always hovering at like 10 to 15K, which is
it's literally like the sweet spot for viewage too.
Yeah, it's also you know, highest at least in the top 3 rows on Twitch every time, and it never leaves. It's absolutely fat. Why is it such a good streaming game?
I have no idea. For me personally, the ways that I see it as such a good game. So you basically, because it's completely PvP, there's 5 people every single game, and you're one of them. So you have a chance of meeting 4 people.
Yeah.
Every single game. Every game is like 10 to a max of like 20 minutes, which isn't that long. So then like you leave that game and then boom, you're back. Another 4 people you have the chance of meeting. Like it's just constant. It's constant meeting people.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's all it really is. And like the amount of people that I've met that just hey, like I was just browsing through Dead by Daylight and I saw you and I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, how does this happen so often? Like it doesn't happen in other games very often.
Do you use tags?
Tags?
Yeah, on Twitch.
I don't think so.
I'm always curious about if people do. Like, you can see my OBS, right? So real quick, like, and this is like these right here.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, do you think I'm educational or gaming news or visual ASMR?
I mean, visual ASMR, I can see.
Have you seen this face? Come on. No, that's like the anti-ASMR. I give your back like the sludge. You don't get tingles. I'm telling you that right now. But the reason why I asked that, right, is because with the new recommended features over on Twitch all the time, like it seems to be actually beneficial if you load your tags up, because you can only have 5 that you put in yourself, right? Your game kind of populates a couple, but then 5 you can do like my educational and shit like that. It seems that actually Twitch weighs those into the recommended feature. So I'll be playing, like I've been playing a lot of Valorant, which is by most streamers not common knowledge, right? Oversaturated. Yeah. I've grown more playing Valorant than I have anything else, just for that one thing, and that's the only thing I've changed. It's just using those tags.
Just the tags.
Just the tags. And I've had people that will pop into the stream and be like, I ask, right, because it's good to kind of know how you're being found, right? If somebody's coming from Twitter or YouTube or TikTok, God forbid, and they're like, you're just on my recommended, you're on my top page. You're on my top page of Twitch. I don't even play Valorant, so
yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking bizarre, and I'm totally down for it. So yeah, use tags. I've been telling everybody that.
Yeah,
I've been screaming it from the rooftops.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure I don't use tags. Let me look. Like I'm almost certain I don't.
Sleeping on it then.
Yeah, no, I don't use tags. I don't even use like the English tab or anything.
I put it in the Vice Discord too, and nobody's listened to me yet. So,
dude, I'm gonna rock it today.
There you go. There you go. See,
if I get like a fucking influx of people that I don't know, dude, I'm gonna blame you.
No, that's a good thing though, right? I mean, that's at the end of the day what everybody wants to. I respect the people saying I like to keep the small communities because, you know, it's an intimate relationship. But I think at the end of the day, almost every streamer has that inkling in the back of their head, like I want to be like the next XQC, right? Or the next Pokemon.
It depends how, because I've met so many people that have started streaming. I've met so many people that have streamed for a long time and quit. People that still stream, etc., etc., etc. And I think there's like 2 different types of people. You've got the people that, like you say, like myself, probably like yourself, that want to become the next XQC, the next Ninja, the next Dark Disrespect, however you want to say it. But then the other people that are like, I'm just doing this because I have a bit of spare time. I just want to chat to a few people. I don't want or expect or need anything out this. I just like the same 5 people in my chat, and I just shoot the shit with them. Like I think that's the 2 different
I can see that
types of people. Yeah.
Have you ever been burnt out to the point of wanting to quit?
Hands down, definitely. Yeah.
Why? I'm always curious, right? Because like I'm pretty open about it, right? I was pretty much at that point here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
We had I had a conversation with Butt Juice Soup, and he stopped. He's not streaming anymore.
Yeah,
like what put you to that point? And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I like to ask because a lot of people go through that, right?
Yeah. Like I've been through it several times.
Really?
My biggest, my biggest problem is, it's the bad thing, and this is what I tell everyone that's starting to stream or new to streaming, however you want to put it, like expectation. In your brain, you're like, okay, I expect this amount of viewers. I expect these people to be in. I expect this person to come back. Hell, even to the point where like I expect this person to be really generous. Like there's these massive amounts of expectations. Like if you hype something up for weeks, like a community night, a specific game, something new, an announcement, etc. If you hype it up so much, and then when you go, boom, here it is, it's happening. Where is everyone?
It's
like
crickets.
yeah. Like it's the most demoralizing thing. Like I went through the point of like I had this like nice steady incline of growth, and then it just went, and it completely fucking like to go from averaging this amount of views to suddenly being like down here again. Like just when you think you're finally getting this increase and it's never gonna stop, kind of thing, and then it just plummets.
Yeah.
Like it just hits you so I mean, for me specifically, like it just hit me so hard. I was like, I don't think I'm meant for this. Like, and I had like this massive long, like 2-3 days worth of just feeling sorry for myself. My girlfriend did her best to pull me out of it. My roommate did as well. But yeah, it really hit me. I was like, I just laid in bed for like almost 3 days, just feeling sorry for myself about it, thinking that I wasn't good enough. Like, I'm not funny enough. And then like the questions of like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm clearly doing something wrong because people don't come back. Like, and that's what I said earlier about like retaining viewers.
Yeah.
Like it's difficult, but I've done my best the past few months, few weeks, whatever, to like cut those expectations.
Yeah.
You know, and like I've been pretty positive and upbeat about it sort of since then, I guess, but it's still something that's always in the back of your mind, you know. But it's how you listen to those thoughts.
Yeah.
If you sit there and dwelling on them, then it's just going to make everything worse.
So what did you do to pull yourself out of that spiral? I think that's also the key bit of knowledge that like I like to try to impart people with, right? Because like I said, everybody goes through it, and everybody's about to start going back to work and to school potentially and all this other shit. Like I've seen it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like how'd you pull yourself out of that?
It's definitely one of those things where God, I don't even know. Like I think a lot of it was to do with my girlfriend just pulling me out of it and making me realize that I am better than what my brain is telling me that I am, and like I can do this, and just sitting coming up with new ideas, or like just cutting those expectations out, and just not expecting specific numbers, specific people, anything, just doing it. And because that's kind of like what I've built. It's just me doing it, just going live and just having some fun and just hoping for the best, but without expectation. And that's kind of, that's why I don't have like such a massive schedule or a massive plan for every stream, or like my days off, or putting content out there. It's just a case of just, if you don't stream, then you're never going to grow. So like it's kind of common sense, you know?
Yeah, exactly. No, have you ever thought about hiding your viewer account?
Say again?
Do you hide it, or have you ever thought about hiding your view count?
No. I've hidden my view account for probably almost 2 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't know at all until
until someone's like, "Oh my god, you've got like 96 viewers," and I'm like, "Hi, what?"
Oh, now I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Actually, we've been here before, chat.
Yeah. Like, I'm just gonna quickly. I'm out. All right, bye.
How do you hide it? Like, what do you do? Because like I've tried to do it, and then I always end up like going, "Well, let's just peek. Let's see what's happening."
That's one thing that like sometimes I'm a glutton to do. Like I'll just like so I usually have my my Twitch dashboard open because like I don't trust the fucking integrated OBS chat. Like half the time it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like think my chat's dead and people are talking to me. So I have it open, but I have like the little view account. I have my what do I have closed on it? Hang on. So I have the view account hidden and I have my follower number hidden.
Oh.
Like, I just don't have to care about those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I never know what if I've lost followers because like if you look over and you see like 231 followers and then like you're playing your game and you look over and it says 230 followers and you're like, fuck, somebody unfollowed. What am I doing wrong? Oh no. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's never actually it's funny. That's never bothered me.
Has it not? Oh, I've had a few
and
times.
I've seen it happen, right? Where I've seen like 4 tick down in one night. And I'm like, whoever just unfollowed, I appreciate you. I will just own that one because at the end of the day, like I stopped caring about follower count.
Yeah, well that's what I have done for a long time now. Like if you were like, hey, I'll give you $1 million right now if you tell me your follower number, and I'd be like, like I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't know how to tell you.
Really?
I wouldn't get it right unless it's just a straight guess.
Huh? Well, I mean, that's. I don't think that's important. It's funny. Like, I hate to throw shade, but like on Twitter, you see people like, we hit like 7,000 follows today. I'm like, then you go look and you're like, you're still only talking to like 5 people at a time, which is like more than most. But like, was that follower number matter if nobody comes back?
That's a massive thing that when people are talking about that sort of stuff, and I'm like, what does follower number matter?
Yeah.
And no one really ever. They're like, well, that just shows how successful I am. But I'm always like, but how?
Yep.
Like, would you sooner have a high follower count and no viewers, or would you sooner have a lot of viewers and a low follower count? Like, it's the views that matter. Like the people that are in your stream at that point of when you're streaming. Who cares if you have a follower?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean they're ever going to come back. And that's why, like, a big example, like the other day when I was streaming, someone gifted a few subs, and people that I had never heard of were getting subs, and I'm like, you know, I don't know who they are, and then someone followed from it, and I'm like, hey, and they said in chat like, hey, so I guess I'm kind of obligated to follow, and I'm like, please, no, God, for the love of God, please,
just enjoy the emotes and move on with your day.
Yeah, like honestly, I get more frustrated at people following that are obligated. They feel obligated to follow. I get more frustrated at that than somebody unfollowing.
Yeah,
because like it's an empty follower. If you're not enjoying the content, then you shouldn't be following. Like you can sit in chat right now because you've come from a raid or whatever. That's great. But if you're not really that interested in the content or me as a person, then you just don't need to follow. Like if you're only following because you've been gifted a sub, that please don't. Like, and I just straight up said, like, I don't want to be rude to you, but I don't want you here. I don't want your follow if you're never going to come back. It's a waste. It's a waste.
A waste of my number, and it's a waste of your time, especially if you're not going to enjoy anything about this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That happened the other day. Like that happened that day after we talked, and I kind of figured out some shit, and I came back and we were ready to go, and then like somebody gifted a shit ton of subs. And multiple people like, I've never been here before. I don't know how I have one, but I think I like you, so I guess I'll stay. And I'm like, well, if you don't follow, just enjoy your shit and move on with your day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the follow number's cool. Like I kind of have the end of the year goal that I kind of look at, but and getting followers gained, I'll look at that at the end of every stream because it kind of sees where your reach is at and how you're showing up on how you may be affecting people. I kind of look at a 14-day period of how that is. which is kind of where I look at everything. I don't like to look in the moment because it doesn't give you the story of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a bad day. It could just be, you know, the day that you don't appear anywhere and nobody does anything, or everybody is working in school and doing all this shit, right? But if you look at a 14-day, 30-day period, you can kind of see where the trends are going. And that's kind of what I started thinking about as well, is like, and I don't know if you, do you look, or do you just look day by day? Or do you look at the trends? At your trends?
Man, to be honest with you, I don't look at all. Like,
really?
Yeah, like at the end of a stream, I'll get like stream elements being like, "Hey, like congratulations, like your cheers have gone up by this percent and stuff." Like I'll look at that, but
yeah,
it's more of a general like glance at it, and then I'll just delete the email and be done with it.
The best one is when you have a bad stream and they say, "Good job, good grind."
Good hustle. Whoa,
Like
you're doing a great job, sweetie.
Like
fuck you.
Exactly, dude. The one the other day where the best ones that I love are the ones that are like, "Yo, great stream. You have a 30,754% increase in subs today." It's like, well, yeah, when you go from 0 to some.
Yeah, I'm like, how did you pull that number out your ass like that?
Or it's actually nuts. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite.
Same.
Why don't you go any other? So I want to pivot real fast. Why don't you do any other thing but stream? Why don't you on YouTube and TikTok and podcasting? I'm gonna tell you this because I'm gonna juice you up here for a minute. Like you've been literally awesome this whole time and like crazy natural, like a voice for radio. So why haven't you?
Well, I mean, the podcast thing is because I've never really had the opportunity, I guess. But then also because like a reason for me to do it is because I love talking. Like when I'm streaming, if I go on a tangent or a rant, dude, I'm snowballing and I'm steamrolling it for fucking dude.
Yeah.
I'll just chat for hours, you know. But like,
agreed.
Yeah. I mean, true. I just never took the plunge. Like so many people have asked, like, "Hey, do you want to be in my podcast? Like, we'll have a chat." And I'm like, "Yeah," but then nothing happens. Like it's happened so many times. Like,
really,
as I said, yeah. As I've said, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this because, like, it's not something I'd go out and be like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna start a podcast." Like it's not something I'd start, but I'm happy to like be a guest on somebody else's.
That's
as long as I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not gonna say, "Hey, yo, that's it. We're gonna do a Valorant podcast, me and you." You'd be like, "Fuck you! I don't know what you're doing."
Hey, those guns in that game, though, man, it's gonna be wow.
Right.
That latest update I heard was really good. It was shit. Never mind.
Oh God, damn it!
Cut that out.
Just edit it.
But TikTok, like I have a TikTok and I've posted on it a couple of times, but I'm so introverted. Like the idea of me like holding a phone up to myself and recording something, like selfies. I'm terrible with that stuff, you know. I'm trying to figure
out TikTok. Yeah, it's crazy the amount of impressions you get on there, though. Just pure marketing,
hands down. Yeah. Like TikTok right now is the biggest thing you can do if you want to grow your streams.
As long as you have good content, like.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like I've thrown a couple of clips from my streams on there. That hasn't really gained anything. So I'm like, is that me not being funny? Are people not interested? But I think it's just like people don't want to see like game clips on TikTok because
I think that it has to be more. I think that you can probably do clips, but I think there has to be more to it than that.
If it's just like literally a clip of your stream that you find funny and that's it, like you tag the game, you tag streamer, whatever, like I don't think anyone cares enough about that. Like, people don't go on TikTok to look at game clips, like they'll go on Twitter. Yeah. Like and I think that's just a general consensus of it. I don't know.
Your Twitter game's on point.
Mine is?
Yes.
Dude, I'm so fucking lazy.
I'm talking. So there's been a theme throughout these last few is that they've been people that are like, I respect the streamers, I love his people, and also they're really good at Twitter, and I need to learn Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, same.
What, dude? Your impression rate's fucking nutty for posting I love you.
Yeah, I mean, I have my moments on it where like I'll have like a spark of genius and it will just pop off, and then other times I'm like, people might be interested in it. Oh,
Nobody cares.
And nothing. Yeah, so it's just like fucking spitballing and hoping for something.
Yeah.
Like, but like I've tried YouTube, but man, I don't think I'm cut out for YouTube in the sense of
Why?
So I've recorded, like I used to, well, actually my girlfriend used to edit a little bit of editing to like my game clips or my VODs and then stick it on YouTube. Didn't really get anything because like most of the people that sub to me, they watch my streams anyway. So why would they want to watch that again?
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna dedicate one day a week to recording and editing and seeing what happens. So it took so much fucking courage for me to be able to just press record and talk to a camera.
It's
when there's no one there.
Crazy.
I sat there and I'm like, hello, I'm fake as shit. like that was literally it. And I sat there and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like I had so many like 5 to 10 second recordings of me just being like, hello, my name is Capnfister. Like,
I don't want to show you my YouTube file because I was trying to do that as well, and it's literally I am in the same boat. I've kind of sort of figured it out with some of them, but like even then I just pretend like I just look. So what I actually have been doing, what's actually been helping, is I have my OBS on this side, and I literally have it up like I'm streaming, and I just go, and that's it.
Yeah,
and I kind of always be looking where chat is, right? So I'm trying to turn it on in the brain where I'm streaming, and where I've actually like where it's come off super naturally is if I just like literally I'm in the same exact setup as the stream and as how everything should be with that. That's because it's weird because I was doing hello, my name is Ned. This is a video. And you're like, fuck, that sounded like shit. And then you go, oh God, new one.
Yeah, like when you mess up the words, I'm there like, hello, my name is Cap. It's like, what the fuck is my name again?
My name is Mr. Fister. Oh shit.
Yeah, like that's my father's name. Shit. Like what fucking game am I playing? Like I'm playing Fortnite. No, I'm not playing Fortnite. I'm playing. Fuck. And then like the more times it happens, the worse it gets.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
and, like,
no.
When I was watching back what I recorded, I was just sitting there like, holy fuck, I'm boring as shit.
Yup.
Like I'm sitting there just fucking falling asleep. Like, and that's why like when I'm streaming, and people are like, hey, you're really funny. Like I'm enjoying myself. And I'm like, honestly, if my chat wasn't there, like I bounce so heavily off my chat.
Yep.
So if there's no chat, I'm just bouncing. I'm just hitting nothing. And it took more effort for me to like record a YouTube video for an hour than it did doing a 6-hour stream. I'm sitting there like,
I'm so tired.
I'm tired. Nothing happened. You know?
You haven't even gotten to the editing part of it yet that everybody hates. It's like, oh God, fuck this. I can't do it.
Like, what I last did on YouTube was literally like, okay, I'm gonna stream this horror game, and then I'm gonna not ignore chat, but not be like, chat, oh my God, chat, like as much as I normally am, and then be like, all right, guys, I'm going to record this YouTube video. So if I'm not responding to you guys enough, like that's why, like, don't think I'm ignoring you or whatever. So I did that, and honestly, it turned out way fucking better. Yeah,
because you get that natural, and then you like interlude chat in there, right? And if it doesn't work with like the video format, then you just cut it out and you move on with your day, right?
Exactly.
Like I've been toying with the idea of actually like preparing for these things, insane as it sounds, right? And be able to be like, okay, so this is what we're, and like basically like I kind of want, I'm thinking about actually organizing how the streams work, right? And so that way, not only can I get the good dumb shit that we always do out of the way, right? I can maybe provide some valuable content, because like I'll sit here and fucking stare at Twitch stats for hours on end and try to figure things out. And just kind of like talk about shit, right? Talk about shit that I care about. Talk about shit that I think is important. And then like do that and like basically say, hey, like, look, we're gonna have this chat, we're gonna talk about this, guys, and we're gonna make a video out of it. So I will not be looking at you constantly, but I will be looking, and we will still engage. But I want to sit down and try to do this thing. And I'm kind of like toying with the idea of like how to do that. So I don't know. It's a mind shift because normally I'm like you. I'm just like, fuck it. Where's that go live button? Shit, I don't have a drink. Hang on, I'll be right there. Just throw it out in the wind, right? But like actually try to think about something. Like I don't know. It's tough, but I'm glad that I'm not alone in recording YouTube videos because that's fucking painful.
I think it could also be because I've been streaming for so long. So I'm so used to streaming that I can't get used to YouTubing. Like, I don't know if it's that or if it is just the fact that, like, I'm so introverted in myself that, like, I can't do this sort of thing, you know? Like, I think the same goes for TikTok. The same goes for just recording myself, taking selfies. Just anything like that. Like, I don't know if it's that or if it's a combination of both or what is it, but it's fucking difficult. But
question. I've had a million of them. Does your girlfriend also stream?
Yeah, she does.
How is so? This sounds like a super shitty question, so please don't take it that way. But how is that?
It's difficult.
Why?
Honestly,
expound upon that, because like that's something I've always found fascinating. It's like, and once again, please, I'm not trying to say this because
no.
But it's like shitting where you eat, right? It's like you don't date a coworker because then that's like work is there to consume your life, right? And then if it falls out, then you have like this whole. I was just talking about with chat with somebody the other day. He goes, "Yeah, my girlfriend I dated a streamer, and then like we broke up, and she yoinked all my shit."
Oddly enough, like I shit you not right now. I was lurking in your stream when it came up.
Oh, really?
And I was sitting there listening. Yeah. Wasn't it yesterday? It was either yesterday.
I believe it was
the day before.
The day before, I think.
Either way, like I was sitting there listening, and I had something typed out, and then I deleted it because I'm like, I don't want people to know that what it's like for me because it's difficult. It's difficult as shit. Like, man,
if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to.
It's probably something I shouldn't talk about because it makes me feel like a shitty person. And
I mean, you can just do what I just did. Just preface it with, "This isn't meant to be shitty, but I don't know how else to say it, so here we go."
Yeah, no, I know.
That's how I do everything in life.
Because like when you're a streamer, it's hard not to compare yourself to other people. Like it's just the way it is. You shouldn't do it, and like everyone's success is great and stuff, but at the same time, when like I've spoke to her many times, like, you know, I've been doing this 2.5 years. I've been just at this for so long, and like to see your success be so much faster than mine, it eats me, you know?
Yeah.
Or like if we stream at the same time, and like because right now we're kind of like sharing viewers to an extent. So it's like if we stream at the same time and like everyone's just in her chat and like no one's in mine, like it eats me, and it eats me alive, you know, because I'm just sitting there like, clearly she provides better content than I do. Am I really meant to do this? Like, should I do this? That
would be my fear.
Yeah.
Is that would occur, and you would start thinking about that, and you're just like,
and
well,
honestly,
shit.
Like that's part of the reason why I wanted to quit as well. Like a few months ago, I was just like, "You're better at streaming than I do." I'm like, just if you need advice or help with anything to do with streaming, like just let me know, and like you go on and become the streamer, and I'll just fucking sit here and get a regular job, I guess. I don't know. It's like where do you go from there, you know? Like if all your viewers kind of become your partner's viewers, and you're just kind of sitting there like, well, fuck me.
Yeah, right.
Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, but there was this thing that she said, and this is the thing that I try my best to think about, and it is very true. When you see, this only comes from like the male perspective, and it's not sexist or anything like that. It's just a fact. When you see like big YouTubers that are male, when you see big streamers that are male, whenever there's a female involved with that streamer, their chat and their community will instantly latch onto that female. They'll love the female, no matter who it is, what it is about. Like, could be your fucking mother. Like, your chat will blow the fuck up because your mom's in the room.
God, if my mom's in the room, we got a big problem. That means I've gone through hell.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
a
yeah.
sibling, you know, your sister, your girlfriend, your wife. Like, it's just how things like that are. Like, and it doesn't make you any less of a streamer or a person or anything like that.
No.
It's just a natural thing that people are more drawn to females than they are males. And
I wonder if that's because the endemic audience on Twitch is predominantly
male
dudes.
Like, it could have something to do with that, or maybe it's just, you know, like there's so many things it could be, but like just the fact it happens, it doesn't make us any less of streamers just because of our gender.
No,
you know what I mean?
Agreed. No, I mean, thank God my wife does. So I brought my wife on one time, and she goes, "I fucking hate this." I'm like, "Really?" I mean, she goes, "I absolutely despise it." We were sitting here and we were doing something. I forget what we were doing. And she's like, she got her phone down low underneath the camera, and she texted me, and I had my phone propped up always kind of like right here, just in case she texted. And I had my hand up, but you didn't see that. It's like right here, but on the left side, just so I could see if like, hey, something's happening, or like the wife texted me like, hey, that some dude walked in our house again, that I know that I gotta go. There's soon to be gunshots on stream, so I better like hit the go off button. But regardless, that happened once. I didn't shoot anybody. There were no gunshots. Somebody walked into my house once. This was pre-gun. That's a fucking long story.
Right.
But yeah, she's like, I fucking hate this, and I want to leave now. I don't understand what's happening, and like, just chats being Twitch chat, right? And it's just being fucking. It's all Pepe laughs and Monka TOSs and just dumb shit like that. And she's like, I don't. How do you keep up?
Yeah.
Like, it's this weird endemic thing in people, and I think you just have to like. I didn't know Twitch culture when I first started. That's always the joke, right? It's like fucking Boomer Ned. He doesn't know memes. Yeah. He doesn't know YouTube. He doesn't know Twitch. He doesn't know anything.
Yep. Yeah. I think we can all share that. Oh, man.
No, like, wait, really? I'm not alone then?
No, Twitch chat likes to shit on me. Like, I don't know if it's just a male streamer thing again, or just a Twitch chat thing, or what. But like, yeah, my chat loves to shit all over me. Like, and that's another thing. Like, I see all these same people shitting all over me in my chat, but then when I see them in like my girlfriend's chat, they're like, "Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, I love you." And I'm like, "What the? Where's my love? Like, you know,
why aren't you nice to me?"
Yeah, and then they just go in and be like, you fucking shit at this game. And I'm like, I know, but you don't need to tell me that. Oh,
that's fucking actually brilliant.
It's fucking.
I'm glad I'm not alone.
No. Trolling, like, and I'll be honest, like, I've kind of bred that about my chat. Like, I'll shit talk my chat as much as they shit talk me.
Oh yeah, well, you have to.
Exactly. Like, the amount of times that I say I fucking hate my chat, and like I try, like, if someone raids me, I'm like, oh god, can we trade chats, please? Because mine fucking sucks and they hate me. Like, you know, but as long as everyone takes it as a joke, and that's what I try and stress to people. Like, if anyone thinks that I'm being serious in my streams, then honestly, you're a fucking moron. Because like. Like, not you know, like, and I've said that to so many people before. Like, if you actually think I'm being serious, then I'm sorry, but you're an idiot. because like, I'm literally like 98% memes, jokes, laughs, funnies. Like, I like to get a reaction out of people.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of times I shit talk America in my streams. I live here. Like, I'm dating someone who's American. Like, most of my friends are American. Like, oh boy, are you serious? You think I'm being serious? Like, come on.
No,
you know, like, people just don't get it. But
no, they really, it's amazing. Like, I have to preface, like, right, like, if I insult you, I promise you it's not intentional, and I will probably make fun of you for being offended.
Yeah. Like, if I actually do insult someone, I'm like, hey, like, if you're genuinely insulted, then I'm sorry. That was not my intention. But in the back of my head, I'm like, you're a fucking idiot if you think that
I'm serious, dude. If you actually, because I've had to fight back chat. You TikTok's just for fucking Zoomers and dummies, and I'm like, you're probably right, but the impressions are really good, and you know, if we can figure out TikTok, then it's gonna be huge. Fuck you, you're stupid and wrong. And I'm like, well, I just watched some other fucking dude who figured out TikTok and also streams get like 300
Yeah.
300 more impressions on their Twitch channel in a single day.
Like anyone that says that TikTok isn't a gold mine for Twitch is an idiot. If anyone says that, you may hate TikTok, you may dislike the content on there, but if you think it's bad for Twitch, then you're a moron.
Well, it's like I said too. TikTok is so new, right? And so who are the first people to swarm to a new social platform?
Exactly.
Fucking Zoomers, dude. That's all they go to, right? Everybody has a phone in their hand. Everyone wants to record their videos and make people laugh. It's the same thing with Twitter. It was the same thing with Facebook. It's the same thing with MySpace. So, and then the adults start showing up. And you start getting some higher brow content and some higher thinking, and then the platform sort of fleshes itself out and it grows from there. And I'm like, if you could be first to ground on TikTok,
oh yeah,
you'd be a dummy not to. And I was called a dummy 1,000 times, and then I have 4 up there, and at least 4,000 people have seen something that I've done at least. And whether that's resulted in anything, not maybe yes, maybe no, but regardless of the fact. But
that's the thing, and that's just what I try and tell everybody. For people that say like, "Oh, I'm a new streamer and I don't use Twitter," and I'm like, "You need to."
Yeah, you need to start figuring it out.
Like, and I'm like, you realize that the amount of people that you can meet through Twitter is exponential as long as you post about yourself, your content. If you're one of those streamers, quote unquote, that just go, "Hi guys, I'm going live," enter, and that's every tweet. You scroll through their channel, their profile on Twitter, and it's go live, go live, go live, go live, a million hashtags, go live, a million hashtags, go live.
Most have done.
Yo, yeah.
It's funny to people that like, and I'm not saying that you were shit talking, right? Because I've also done it, right? Like, those fucking kids, you're just figuring it out. And then I'm like, oh, I did that. Yeah, we all did that.
We've all been there, but it's like, and that's what I try and do. Like, if someone comes to me for advice, like, this is my advice, I've learned that it doesn't work. I've learned that it's the worst thing you can do. Take my advice, which is what you're asking for. Don't spam hashtags. It doesn't work. Don't only put go live because it doesn't work. Like I watched a video about someone that they tested it. They tested their impressions with the go live thing, and like your max amount of impressions for your go live notification happen between obviously when you post it and about like 4 hours after. After that point, there's no impressions. That's why like I've learned to just delete my go live things because it works better. Because then I know this is a new thing that I've been doing recently, is if you end your stream or halfway through your stream, depending on how long you're streaming, just delete your go live. Because by that point, everyone that's come from Twitter that is interested in your go live is
have seen it,
checked it out, or they've seen it. Yeah. And like, so when someone goes to your profile to see what you're all about, they don't see any going live. Yeah. It just looks better. It just looks better.
That's smart. Holy shit. Hang on. I got to write that down.
Yeah, it's something, and I think like I'm not going to say it's helping, but it makes my Twitter look better. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I'd sooner people see my funny clips or my tweets or whatever, as opposed to just like they just see my going live.
Yeah, you're catering the page to the content rather than just the
going live.
The going live. That's fucking big smart. Holy shit! See, you learn something new every day.
True, and like when I watched this video and he said that, I was like, holy shit, like it's true. Like what? Like if someone sees your go live tweet and they click on your on the link and you're offline, they're not gonna follow. What are they gonna do? Like they're just gonna be like, oh well, they're already not streaming. So exactly. Like it just doesn't matter. It has no relevance.
I love it, and thank you. I'm taking that, and I'm gonna start using it.
Do it. Like I've been doing it.
Yeah,
it's great.
Fuck, dude, that's 5,000 IQ. Shit. I don't want to keep up your entire night. I do have 2 more things for you.
Ready?
What is the top 3 pieces of advice you can give to somebody who wants to start out on Twitch? That preface. Should they start on Twitch?
I've never used another platform, so Twitch has never done me any harm, and I'm just gonna say Twitch.
Okay, like, that's fair.
You know, like I have no preference, so I can't say that like, oh, Mixer was bad when it was actually around, even though, you know, look what happened to it. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it was very good when considering what happened to it. Like Facebook gaming, I don't use Facebook, so yeah. meh. Like, and YouTube gaming, as great as it is, it's a bit too much of a mess right now.
Yeah.
You know, and I haven't looked into like fucking Trovo and Brime or whatever it's called. Like, so
I don't think you can even
really
do
comment.
anything on Brime yet. I think Trovo only does because it's Tencent money behind it. But that's, I'm telling you right now, if anybody watching this is moving to Trovo, you're a moron. That is a no cap scenario. I'm not even joking.
I went on it the other day, and I was
really? Why?
Yeah, I just looked at it. I was like, oh, let's go try it out, and I was like, wow, it looks like
Twitch.
It looks like Twitch. It's like Twitch, but like the simplistic version, if that makes sense.
The dialed down version of Twitch.
And I'm like, let's see who the biggest streamer is. They have 300 views. Like, why would, like, not to be rude, I know it's a tiny platform, so why would there be a high amount of viewage? But like, if it's really that new and like it's gaining popularity, surely that should be bigger right now.
You would think.
A little bit.
You would think.
So I just don't. If you're looking to grow, then you've got to pick the right game. You've got to cater yourself in the correct manner. Like, don't be a fucking generic streamer. Like, there's so many factors. Like, do something better, but stick on Twitch for now.
What
like,
is it? What define a generic streamer?
So, like, I have a meme on my channel. We've all seen them. I sit there and I'll sit back, do mic right up in my mouth, and I'll just sit. And I'll play my game. I'll ignore chat. Donation goes off, and I'm just like, thanks. You know, we've all seen them. We've all seen the generic streamers. Like, just don't be that. Like, have a little bit of a personality. Don't just, you know, like, and that's the thing. Like, people are too scared to look stupid. Yeah, I've been there. I'm still there. I do it every day of my life. I'm like, oh, I can't do that in case I look stupid. But who the fuck cares? People enjoy someone looking dumb as opposed to someone that's.
Yeah. No.
Let's go. Like, I'm sorry, but no one wants, like, you. I get it. You've watched Ninja. You've watched whoever. You've watched Tim the Tatman to a certain extent. Like, you've watched all these big streamers that say the same things. They do the same things. They act the same way, and you're trying to copy that. That's great, but it's not gonna work. They're already established. They can literally do whatever. They can go on stream and be like, hey guys, I'm playing fucking Barbie's makeup stream. It's gonna be amazing.
It's true.
Everyone's gonna watch them. Like, it doesn't matter. The people that are already established, the people that are already big on Twitch or whatever streaming site, like, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Because they're already established. You've got to get to the point where you're established to be able to do whatever the fuck you want. And I just think that's a huge thing to think of.
How would you go about picking a game right now?
Right now, man, like, I'm gonna be insulting you a little bit, but not intentionally. Hit
me. I don't give a shit.
Dude, don't pick a fucking FPS game. FPS games on Twitch are dead.
True.
Like, nobody cares. Fortnite, yes, it is massive on Twitch. Massive in the sense of the people that are already established playing Fortnite. No one's gonna go scrolling down, finding a new streamer with 0 viewers and gonna sit and watch. Yeah. Like, and that's all it is to it. COD, Siege, Valorant, they're all oversaturated.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, Valorant, baby.
I'm just saying, like, and you play whatever you want, you know. But if you have that core, if you have a core community, then yes, like, they'll come in, but they'll come in whatever you play. Yeah. Like I say,
debatable.
That's why I say, I mean, I don't know. Like, how long they stick around? Yeah, that's the sticker. But yeah, I just don't think oversaturated games, like in that top 2 rows of Twitch, like in the browse, in the directory, whatever, like, just don't even look at the games. It doesn't matter how good the games are for you, how much fun you have playing them. Just resist the urge to play any of those games.
On the same token, shouldn't you also want to play something that you're into?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, scroll down and look for games that you would be interested in playing. Like, you've got to find those games that you enjoy playing that aren't oversaturated. It's a very difficult thing, and this is what I tell so many people. But, like, if you're actually serious about Twitch, if you're serious about growth, then you really need to pick the correct game for you as well. That's why DVD is such a hit for me.
Roblox.
I mean,
No, I know I totally know what you're saying, because I did the same thing when I first started too, right? I was never in the top of I started in the top of the directory. I never played Fortnite, but I played Overwatch, which used to always be up there. And then after that you start looking, and it's not so much like the top heavy, it's what I look for is saturation level, right? How many people are playing this? What is the average number of viewers if everybody was, communistically distributed viewers, right? How many would everybody have? Oh, well, fucking 3. Maybe there's not a point because I'm mixing with a bunch of 0 viewer Andys, right? The only reason I've stayed on Valorant, honestly, is I started off doing it as a test with the tags, and it's kind of been working, right?
Like, if it's working, then you go for it.
And I've been enjoying it too, so that definitely helps.
If we're speaking to predominantly new streamers that are looking for a bit of growth, looking to find new people, new friends, etc., like, you can't start off with an oversaturated game. I did it. Dude, I played Overwatch for like 9 months when I first started. It took me from the end of November to the beginning of April to get affiliate.
Really?
Dude, yeah, it took me ages.
Oh, man.
I could not get 50 followers to save my fucking life. Like, it just wasn't happening because I was fucking playing Overwatch.
That's funny.
Like, I had the average viewer. It's like people struggle with the average viewers. Like, I didn't struggle with the viewage. I struggled with the followers because it's oversaturation on Overwatch.
How did you have the viewers but not the follows then?
Exactly.
Because that was hard for me, right?
It's hard for everybody, but for me, it was just a case of I had the same people in my stream every single stream. Like, they come have a chat, they'd lurk, they'd have a chat, they'd lurk, like, all the time. But I wasn't getting new people in the stream. Like, it just wasn't fucking happening. Oh, like, it just wouldn't happen. Yeah,
that's interesting. I could actually get people to come in to follow. I just couldn't get them to stay.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the hard bit.
Like, I think I had like 5 or 6 people that would come in every single stream and stick around. Like, but like I said, I got up to like 32 followers, and that 32 followers or whatever number it was would not budge.
Damn.
It would not go to 50. Like, yeah, so it took me from end of November to beginning of April to get affiliate because of it.
Oh, the more you know. That's literally the opposite of everything over here. So that's actually like
same.
Super fucking interesting.
It was crazy. And then, like, after Overwatch, like, and I was affiliate and stuff. I don't remember when I started, but like, I played Fortnite for like 4 months or something. Oh Jesus. Man, and like, the game was fine. Like, I had fun playing the game. I had fun playing with my friends and stuff. But the community you build playing Fortnite, oh man.
Yeah.
Literally just a bunch of like 10 to 15-year-olds just sitting there saying, "Can I play? I'll sub if I play. I'll follow. I'll unfollow if you don't play with me." Like, that's literally it. I just sit there and I'm just like, is this what I've really become? Like, I don't think I can be a streamer anymore. Oh, God.
You do. So what's interesting though is that Dead by Day, we talk. I know this because I made you talk about it on stream one time. Because I said, how did you get your audience older? And not that mine's a bunch of young kids, but like, the older crowd tends to hit a bit different. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I appreciate the kids who act like adults; those are fine. But the screaming kids who are, "I want to play with you," you're like,
You're like, do you really though?
This feels weird. I'm a 30-year-old man. Like, calm down, please.
Man, that's why, like, anyone that says about like their best friends being under the age of 20 even is, it's just weird. Like, one of my oldest viewers who I met through Overwatch, one of like the 5 people, he was like, what was he? 12 when I met him, 13 when I met him. And like, I used to sit and play Fortnite with him, and I'm just sitting there like, I got this like little giggling kid, and everyone would be like, why are you playing with like a child? And I'm like, because like I just play Fortnite with him. It's like, you're like nearly 30 years old, and I'm like, God, this is fucking weird.
He's the right shit.
Yeah, like, it's just like, he's a great kid and all, but it's just so
he's a good lad.
Yeah, like, I'm like, oh man, it's just fucked. It's just weird. I don't know. Just stick with your own age.
Right. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
But I think like because I'm older than a lot of streamers, I think like the older people like flock to me more. I don't know.
I wish that were the case. I'm a year younger than you are.
And it's not happening for you.
It's about 50-50, it feels. It's about 50-50 at this point. Like, it used to be bad.
Like, yeah. Like I feel like most of the people that I'm meeting now are early 30s, mid 30s.
And
I'm like, no shit. And I'm like, and you're watching a guy just yell for no fucking reason.
The boomers on Twitch all flock to Mr. Fister. You know what I'm saying?
it could be the name too. You know?
Honestly,
everyone enjoys it.
It's catchy as shit. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, man. What? So last thing, what is next for you? What are you looking to? What? I guess. I mean, I'm assuming you're probably just gonna keep doing what you're doing. I would figure, right?
Yeah, I'm not really looking to change anything, like rebrands. Like I don't set goals for myself because I feel like setting goals is great to see how far you're coming. Yes, but at the same time, if you make goals, you become so absorbed in those goals and making those goals happen that when they don't, you just feel smashed, absolute smashed. So like, you know, I could be like, oh, I want a goal of like 3,000 followers by the end of the year. I want like fucking 500 subs by the end of the year. Like, oh, I want partner by the end of the year. But then if they don't happen, like, I'm just gonna be, well, I guess I fucking suck. So.
That's it's funny because that's the I'm bringing back somebody else who I consumed a shitload of this stuff. But that's the Gary V mentality behind it, right? Where like, what the fuck is the impotence for getting partner in a year? Is your life going to be that much different? No, but if you set these goals out for like 5 to 6 years, right? Like, and you take steps to making towards that goal, then you know you have your whole life ahead of you. Why does it have to be in the next 6 months? You have to be at 500 subs. Because enjoy the ride.
Exactly. And this is another thing that people are like, oh my god, I've been streaming for 2 days and I'm not affiliate. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, why do people, everyone's in a rush, and that's what I say about expectation, because everyone's in this fucking rush. Everyone wants these things to happen. They have these expectancies, they have these goals, they have these wants, these needs, etc. But it's like, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, drink some goddamn fucking water, and just relax. Holy fuck.
Enjoy the ride. Figure it out.
Yeah. Like someone that streams once a week for 2 hours is like talking about no growth. And I'm like, well, why do you only stream once a week? Like, and they're like, oh, because I'm so busy. And it's like, okay, that's great and all. But then what are you doing for your stream outside of your once a week? Like, and they're like, oh, you know, like, oh, I go to work. It's like, well, then you're not going to grow on Twitch if you're literally doing nothing. Like, this is a phrase that I heard, and I'm a huge believer on it. You grow more when you're not streaming than when you are streaming. And I know that sounds crazy, but when you think of YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all these platforms that you can put yourself out on, think of the millions of people that are on each of these platforms. You know, when you're streaming, you're just streaming to Twitch, and that's it. But when you have like a clip that's on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, like you put them on every single social media, all those people that are going to watch that clip and be interested in you, if you're lucky, you know, and then hopefully come to your channel. Like, I'm just a massive believer in you just grow more when you're not streaming.
Even if it's just figuring out, I would generally agree if you put the you as in personal you. Because you're trying to figure shit out, right? Like, yeah. I wish I could get to the point where I was fucking growing more off of stream than on stream. But you know, it's you're working towards that goal, but at the same time, you're kind of catering. You're working on your voice and how you want to be in every other medium outside of the stream, right? And especially, it's when you're not streaming, it's like your TV is turned off, right? Your channel, your channel basically in actuality is off. Nobody can find you. So what you know, and this is what I've been telling people too, is like try to find your 3, right? Your core 3. Mine is Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, right? And I've kind of added TikTok in on the side because I'm kind of playing around with it and seeing what it is, but that might get added in just because it makes it so fucking easy to do, honestly. And focus on those cores, right? And that's just the whole marketing technique of like focus on where you want your digital marketing all to be, and kind of the rest are cursory, right? So like I've been trying to focus on those three. YouTube's hard.
YouTube is fucking difficult.
I announced this a couple days ago on stream. I'm paying somebody to basically do like some work for me for my YouTube stuff because I just don't have time.
Good.
But like, I think that'd be beneficial to helping. So at that point it becomes a cost time analysis, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Would I rather spend this much money a month to get stuff out there that I'm already producing? Like I'm making stuff here, and these guys are literally professionals that will do this for me and help make it good, and then then it's still on me to promote it. They're not going to promote it for me, but at least then I'll have something that I can also have out there as well as kind of like the channel trailer when it's offline. So I mean, you should be good.
And the thing when it comes to YouTube is your video is always there. A stream isn't. In reality, who sits and watches a VOD?
Nobody.
No one goes to a brand new channel, especially like if they're like, oh, who's this person? Like, I'm gonna sit and watch the VOD. People go to Twitch to interact with the streamer while they're live. But when YouTube is the reverse, people go to YouTube to watch the content because it's a YouTube video. They don't expect interactions, etc. So it's always there. But with Twitch, it's not like that. And that's what I say. Like, if you can get some kind of growth, some kind of thing on YouTube, then your Twitch will grow too. Yep.
It's just breaking that mold and figuring that out.
Yeah.
You can go on my YouTube right now and you can watch hours and hours and hours of content that I've posted up there, right? When I'm not live. That's why I try to shove, but it's so hard to get people to fucking go. I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out YouTube right now.
I think YouTube is more difficult than Twitch, hands down. To try and get any kind of traction, any type of growth, holy shit.
Yep. Especially right now. Everybody's doing it, right? Everybody's shoving shit out the door. So how are you going to get yours to stand above?
Exactly.
At least seen above the rest, right? So I don't know. That's always a tough one. That's always the hard conversation to have with somebody too. It's like, you want to stream? Fantastic. Focus on everything else but your Twitch.
Yeah. It's weird. And like I used to stream 5 days a week. So when I started streaming, I believe it or not, I streamed 7 days a week for up to 12 hours every single day. Like I just don't even. I just used to just stream because like I'd be playing the game anyway. So I figured why not, And then I got burnt out, so I was like, okay, I'm going to take 1 day off. So I took like Sundays off or whatever day, Monday, whatever it was. And it made me feel better. And I wouldn't say it made the streams any better because it didn't really change anything.
But it does. I think it does because you get the rest and you don't you have that time where you don't have to be turned on. And so thus you can rejuvenate, you can refuel yourself, you can take care of you and your personal business, whether it be with your wife or your girlfriend or your family or your friends, or just sit at home alone in a dark room, play a video game and not have to try to entertain people. Imagine having to do that. I've been actually trying to take time to do that and it's fucking so cathartic, dude.
Yeah, true.
Just to sit here and zone. It's been Death Stranding too, probably one of the most boring games on the fucking planet to actually play.
That's the time where you relax and you play the games like that aren't made for streaming. The games that people were just gonna fucking Resident Sleeper and they're not gonna be interested in. You're not gonna get like playing it on stream is just exactly the same as playing it off stream, except you don't have the pressure of streaming.
I don't have the light on. I don't have the green screen on. I'm not sweating.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking hot.
You're just chilling.
Yeah. I don't have pants on.
Like I say this to a lot of people, but oversaturation with streaming is a thing. People, if they don't expect you every day at a certain time, then they're gonna miss you and they're gonna want to be more involved in your streams because it's so small compared to if you're streaming every single day for 12 hours.
Yep.
And I think that's something I learned ages ago. After like I took that 1 day off and then like I reduced the amount of hours I streamed. And then I was like, a few months ago, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stream 4 days a week for a maximum of 6 hours. And just doing that, which like I say, you grow more by not streaming than you do the other way around. there's the fact I took an extra day off, and I reduced every single stream from like 8 hours down to like between 4 and 6 hours, and like the growth and every single number was exponentially bigger.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Take that time to create content on Twitter, on Twitch, whatever you, or YouTube, wherever you want to put content out there, because like it just makes sense. Oversaturation. That's why these people that stream 6 days, 7 days a week, they're streaming for like fucking 12 hours a day. I'm like, you've got to cut all those numbers in half, and I guarantee like everyone will be more interested in being in your streams because you're not oversaturating yourself.
And you're not burning yourself out too. Eventually you do the same thing over and over and over again, and especially if you're playing the same game over and over and over again. You're just going to one day, it could be tomorrow, it could be a year from now, but you will self-implode. It's it's unhealthy.
And then when it happens, like, then you're not going to want to stream at all. And then what? Like, and that's why I think a lot of people quit, because they're like, I streamed like fucking 27 hours a day, like 9 days a week, and I'm not getting any growth. And I'm like, that's why. Like, are you not? Like, it's the reason is literally going bam, bam, bam. You're hitting your head. You like, it's hitting you in the head. Just listen.
Stop it for 5 minutes.
To it. Yeah, just like if you sit down, and like, this is what I try when everyone's going through some stuff when they want to quit, like with you the other day. I'm like, you just got to sit down and think. Like, don't sit down and panic and have a billion fucking ideas and thoughts in your head. Like, just breathe and really think, like, what's the problem? What is your issue with it? How can you fix it? Like, it's all easy to do when you're not panicking and freaking the fuck out, because you're stressing yourself out. Like, if you just sit back and like, okay, why is this happening? Have I changed games? Is my mood slightly lower? Like, there's tiny little things. Like, the other week I streamed, and like, I knew I was tired. I was sitting here and I was like, fucking hell, like, I was low energy. I wasn't just fucking shouting and doing what I usually do. And like, I was not in chat, wasn't as active as normal. And I'm like, that's why, because
you're
just
having moments of silence, right? Because you're just like, fuck, I'm trying to stay awake here.
Yeah, so
and it's not even like, that's not even like a shit thing to say. Like, it's just like, if you're fucking just not in, if you're not in it, you're not in it, and there's nothing that's gonna fucking change that, right? You can come back and be like, we're fucking gonna go, bro.
Yeah.
Because you're fucking tired. Like, your body's telling you go to bed.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I'm supposed to stream after this. I'm probably gonna go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My body's telling me. I'm like, I feel it. I know it's here. It's 9 o'clock, and I'm like, nothing to do with you, right? Nothing to do with you. Like, I know at 10 o'clock I'm gonna be fucking just done, and it's not gonna be good. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. Like, I have to stream in like, I have to stream in like 2 or 3 hours. So like, I'll go and chill out from this, and I'll go like chat to some people, and I may go get some more food because I'm kind of still hungry.
There you go. Go get some food.
And I'll just mellow out for a bit, and then I'll start my stream. And
and I'll probably be there because I have now, like, I'll be tired as shit, but I can't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because I'm laying there like this. I was tired 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. And then you just end up laying there. It's the worst.
But yeah,
it's the worst.
We'll see what happens. But dude, honestly, that, like, evidently you're also one of the most healthiest mentally streamers. At least helping me. It's easy. Yeah. It's easy to give the advice, but then to, like, because I've done that too, right? Where you're like, don't just stop, just think about what's going on. Let's look at what's going on. But then it happens to you, and you're like, your brain's that, and you're just like, I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, and that's why it's just so important to just, like, if you're freaking the fuck out and your brain is just going, like, you just gotta stop. Like, hell, just fucking write the stuff down. Write every single thought down so you can visualize and see it. Like, and just fucking relax about it. Like, God, it's a hard thing to do. Like, I'm still learning exactly how to do it, because, like, I'm a massive strong believer in, like, helping anyone I can. Like, if you have a bad time, then get your ass in my fucking Discord, and we'll just chat about it.
Figure it out.
Yeah, like I'm all open for that. Like, people go through so many different mental health problems, and it fucking sucks.
Yep.
Like, and I'm here to try my best to help it. Like, but I won't do that to other people. If they're like, I'm always here for you, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
Yep.
Like it's just what everyone does.
Yep. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And then it takes somebody like you and Jack's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like
it's for a lot
being
of
called
people,
out.
Yeah, like for a lot of people that I know, I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? I can clearly see that there is an issue.
That something's happening.
Yeah.
You're just like, at that point, I'm just like, fuck, I got to level. I got to just say it.
Well, like that's what I said to you the other day. I'm like, dude, I can see you're not the same as you. Like, you're not your normal self. Like, I can see it. I can see the way you're typing. I see that. I just see it. Like, it's just obvious.
Yep, just been fucking busy here recently too, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't help.
With real life shit, it's just like fucking seems like everything's happening at once, and like nothing. Like, unfortunately, we're all stuck in this period because like I need one thing to happen to make the next thing happen to make the next thing happen, but I need to wait for another month for the one thing to happen. You're just like,
yeah.
Fuck, and you're just tired of that, and then like your numbers are going. It all culminates in one thing, right? And it's just like, and then it's sorting through not only what's going on with the stream, what am I doing incorrect, or what am I doing that I can fix or change. It's all this other bullshit that's just coinciding with it. And then it's always the guilt. I always feel guilty because my wife's amazing. She's texted me about getting sleeping gummies like 30 minutes ago, and I just saw that, so now I feel bad about that. But like she's godsend because she lets me. I'm like, hey baby, I have a podcast to record at like 7:00, or like one time I'm like, I got to record this thing at like 9 in the morning because it's the only time I can get. And she's like, do it up, baby, and stream every day except for Fridays, and it used to be every day. She's like, I need a day for me, and I'm like, you're right, I fucked up, sorry. Like, it takes her pulling me back on a lot of shit too, which has been helping.
I think that's why it's an absolute godsend for you that she A, doesn't stream, and B, isn't interested in it, because she can pull you out of the stream zone and just back into reality and back into the real world, back where you can just mellow out and not think about streaming. Like, it's so like, and that's another problem with like me and my girlfriend, because it's like all I really talk about is streaming. Like, if I'm not talking about Twitch itself, like it's Twitter, it's TikTok, it's my ideas, like I'm getting new emotes done, so in my brain, like all my thoughts are on these new emotes I'm getting. And
fuck
like,
you, who's doing yours? Because I need somebody.
Dude, I'll let you know if they come out really good. I've seen the sketches, and the sketches are excellent.
Okay, yeah, so let me know.
I'm open. Yeah, for sure.
I'm looking to give somebody money, but everybody who I talk to is like, I can't right now, and I'm like, well, I'm moving on then, because I'm not gonna sit here and wait. But let me know. Let me know how they come out.
Yeah, I will.
I'm looking.
The sketches look great. So, like, there was 6 emotes for $50.
Not bad.
So I'm like, hey, that'll do.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But yeah, I'll definitely let you know. But yeah, so that's why, like, it's difficult for me and my girlfriend, because it's like, she's like, my mentality is I'm a streamer. I want to do this full time. I want to be a big streamer. I'm not letting that go to my head where, I go away from thinking about it as a hobby and having fun with it. But that's my goal. My goal is to be a massive streamer. I want to entertain the fucking masses,
Yeah.
And hers, I don't think she's happy with just a small community, getting a bit of money here and there from doing it, and just being happy and content with that. Like, so she's in like half full-time streamer but half real world, so the half of the time she pulls me out and like with you and your partner.
It seems like based on Twitter you guys are actually getting out and doing stuff. And
yeah, exactly. Like, we had the fucking Rando Nordica thing the other day where I was just driving around for like half an hour, just going to where this fucking app told us to go. Like, so it was good because it just took us out of
it gets you out of that mode. It gets you two together. Like, that's exactly. Important.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't neglect that.
We've been like binge watching like the Halloween series and stuff like every night.
Hell yeah.
So, we watch a couple of movies at night, have dinner together. So like, nighttime is me and her.
Yeah. That's me and the wife's Friday nights is we get the 7-year-old over at my parents' house, and we just like, we watch a good scary movie and then a dog shit one on Shudder that's just fucking memeable to death, and then she puts on something stupid while she's going to sleep because she goes to bed earlier than I do, and then I do whatever.
Yeah. Like that's exactly how That's great. That's how I'd love it like that. It's so much better.
And I put my phone away on Fridays, and I don't like. I'll look at Twitter, and I'm maybe, but I try not to look at Discord all that much. I definitely don't watch streams. I've kind of taken that day just to kind of split from all of it, and it's been
I think
nice.
that's hugely important. Like, people just become so absorbed in streaming and Twitch and Twitter and everything, and they kind of take for granted the outside world and the people in their lives and stuff. Like, like I speak to my mom every single day on Discord through messages and stuff.
Aww.
And yeah. So like the times where I forget to message her or reply to her, like I just feel really like, if I'm streaming or like I'm trying to edit something or do something or whatever else, you know, and I just feel like this massive sense of guilt, you know, because like these are the times where I could be talking to my mom about something important.
But
you know, I'm there just like, oh my god, streaming,
consumed with something else, right? And it pulls you away from that. Unfortunately, my mom lives 5 minutes down the road from me, so like,
yeah. See, you're lucky. Like, you know,
is it every holiday?
I mean, it is
every holiday,
dude. I'd kill to see my mother every holiday.
That's fair.
Like, you know,
I'm bitching about it, and a lot of people be like, "Man, I wish I could do that."
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. That's why when people like complain about they have to do something with their family, and I'm there like,
depends on what it is.
My sister's birthday.
Oh, really?
Birthday tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm just like, well, you know, I wish I could be there, but you know, I can't spend $2,000 on plane tickets and traveling.
Yeah, that's true.
Birthday, you know,
it's for a birthday
right now. But these are the times where you regret spending so much time in the digital world, so to speak.
It's good to unplug and definitely reconnect with actual humans. It's healthy. And it's I think everybody who's trying to do this gets consumed with this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whether it be no matter where you are, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Twitch all the time as a viewer, or Twitch all the time as a streamer, or anything like that. And like, people do forget, like, I watch these people on my list and they grind every fucking day and night. And you're like, I know you live with people. I know you have like a wife and kids and a girlfriend and kids and husband and kids, or you live with your parents, and you're just like completely like off, consumed in the PC. Like, and I was that way too.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've all been there. Like, I was there, as I said, 7 days a week, up to 12 hours every single day, every single night. Like, my ex-wife would come home from work, and I'd be like, "Hey, like, I'm streaming, so you know, like, she'll come back with like Sonic or some kind of fast food. I'm like, oh, thanks, like, I'll go eat this in my
away from you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and like I just sit and watch a YouTube video or something while eating my food with chat and stuff, and like, the relationship sucked, hence the fact that we're not together and stuff. But you know, it's definitely something I could have prevented myself from doing. But you know, we all live and learn.
Oh, for sure.
We all live and learn.
And I think as you get older, you start figuring that out more too. So
exactly.
This has been probably one of the healthiest episodes, and I said this with Butt Juice Soup as well, because we talked about a lot of the same stuff. But this has been probably one of the healthiest episodes I've ever done, and probably one of the most important and best, I would say.
I'm not gonna.
And you said you would be bad at this,
dude. I never just like shoot the shit while it's being recorded, knowing it's going up on the internet somewhere. You know what I mean?
See, but this is what. So honestly, you want to something? I started recording these, and I used to stream all these. These used to all be live on Twitch.
Yeah, no, you can.
And
it loses that sense of personal.
You lose that, and then you lose chat because you're not paying attention to them.
Yeah, so either way,
and it didn't matter what I would do, and I would preface every episode, and I'd make sure a mod was there to make sure that everybody knew, like, who came in. Hey, like, he's not looking at chat. It's just what it is. Yeah. And so, like, I mean, it just made more sense to record these and upload them as both. It's on podcast feeds across the globe, also on YouTube, all on Thursdays. So this one's actually going up tomorrow. I need to get this. Yeah, it's gonna be a. I may not stream because I gotta get this edited and sent and go. No, it's not your fault. No,
for like an hour, you know. So
well, we spent 30 minutes fixing the camera too. So
Yeah, true. I just ramble. Like
No,
I said,
that's what.
once
But everybody apologizes for rambling, but that's what this show is. I don't have like I go in knowing what I want to kind of like steer the conversation. But at the end of the day, like what I enjoy about doing this personally, and this is not like I hate the people that do shit just to get the clout, but I think that there's good shit in all of these if you just listen, because it's everybody who's just like most people who want to stream or make content, and everybody is trying to figure it out. And everybody has a different path, and everybody has different experiences, and everybody has different advice and different goals and what they want and what they should focus on.
Yeah.
And
everyone streams differently too.
Like, I learned from exactly. No, it is though. Like, you know, I want to get huge on YouTube, and I want to grow to be the fucking next Dr. Disrespect, or I just want to make something good and put it out there on the internet, and maybe some people will like it. Like everybody has their own different things. Like honestly, like, and I've been thinking about this for a long time. This is the first time I've actually really put it out there in the world. Is like, I probably, if I could make something off of doing podcasting, I would never stream again. Really? I have more fun just talking rather than doing the streams. I love streaming. Please don't get me wrong. Like the streams are super fucking fun. But if I could just turn into a fucking just chatting streamer and have conversations with people, I would 1,000% do it.
Why do you do that? What do you do?
Fear of failing.
Dude, oh man, dude, we
can
go on a tangent about this. Oh,
fear of failing. That's always what stopped me from doing anything. And now I'm starting to work my way out of it. So that may happen in the near future. I don't know, but it's just like, that's what I was kind of saying. Like you kind of have to start, if you're doing that, it is behoove you you'd have to prep. You'd have to find people to talk to, and you'd have to know what you're talking about, and you'd have to have a plan. Like,
but at the same time, like I do it a lot too. When I go into like a ramble thing or about whatever it is, like someone will bring something up, and I'm just like, all right, I'm just chatting for now. Let's just have this massive long fucking 2-hour chat about it, you know? And like I kind of keep my ramble going by seeing what people are saying in the chat, like things that I don't agree with or I agree with, or like explaining my opinions, etc., etc. Like there's so much to gain from just chatting, you know what I mean? And like I know it's a massive, sometimes at least I know it's like this massive influx in just chat because I'm just rambling with people, you know?
You're just engaging.
You're not gonna gain a lot of growth for doing it, I don't think, because people aren't gonna go into like a just chatting stream and be like, oh, you're just talking about stuff, cool, like I'm down with it, let's talk. But like if it's just to get stuff off your mind, or like get some things out there, or just like I say with you could just do that for like half an hour to an hour on a stream and just edit it up a bit and stick it on YouTube.
Like, I mean, honestly,
why not? You've got nothing to lose. You're interacting with chat, which is something that people complain about a lot. But then you're also getting your chatting out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
Like I used to start my streams and I wouldn't play a game sometimes for like an hour and a half.
I wish.
And people would be like, are you not fucking playing a game? And I'm like, dude, I started with this tangent. I started with this ramble. And dude, I'm just fucking rolling with it, you know?
Yeah.
And people are like, okay, well, what are we talking about? And then boom, I just re-talk about it. And an hour and a half, and people will come in and be like, exclamation mark, uptime. And I'm like, yeah, I've been streaming for fucking 2 hours and I'm still not playing the game. What do you want from me?
Yep.
Like, and that's where like the lack of structure in my streams go, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know the subject that's going to come up. You never know what you're going to end up rambling about. And like I say, I'll fucking ramble for hours and hours.
I love
and hours
it
about stuff.
That's why we're not going to, this is why this isn't going to be the only thing we do.
Yeah,
I promise you. I will talk to you about it here once I have it kind of fleshed out a little bit more. Or
just let me know.
Just go look in the Vice team. Or no, you can't, because that's a separate thing. Never mind. Don't look in there. It's not in there.
Okay, yeah. I won't look in there.
Capnfister, where can people find you on this beautiful interwebs?
Twitch.tv/Capnfister. I have other things, but we don't talk about those. You know,
you're not going to plug Twitter or.
I mean, you come to the stream, you'll find the Twitter, you know?
Fair.
Like, all my socials are at Capnfister, so I'm pretty easy. And no, it's not Captain Fisher, which so many fucking people read my name as.
Really?
dude, the like I'll go into people's streams, right, and they'll be like, "Hey, what's up, Capnfister?" And I'm like, well, I'm gonna leave now.
So but I would argue that it's the what's the term for it? I don't remember what it is, but where you basically read the first and the last letters of a word and you just fill in the middle, and nobody, I guarantee you, nobody anticipates Fister.
No, of course they don't. So, like, man, going on another thing real fast, like the amount of people that I've met that have actually genuinely thought my name was Capnfister, and then they come into the stream, like they come into the stream for like weeks on end, whatever, and then eventually they're like, "Holy shit!" And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "All this time I thought your name was Capnfister," and I'm like, do you not read?
Do you not read? Like, what did you type? How'd you get here?
Like, like I've rated so many random people that I don't know. Like, and that's kind of one thing that turns me off of someone's stream. If like you can't read my name correctly, really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I've rated people and they're like, "Whoa, Capnfister, thank you for the raid of 60." And I'm like, who? What did you just say?
Who? Like, I'm fucking out of here. I'm taking my people back.
Like you gotta like, and even my chat that joined in the raid, like they're just laughing about it, and I'm like, as much as I laugh about it, like it's still like, can you not read names?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it doesn't take 2 minutes to just read a name, read the full name. If you can't pronounce it, then do your fucking best. Like I butcher people's names all the time, but I own it, and I make
you try.
Something. Like my name,
you at least make a fucking attempt.
That's what I mean. Like my name isn't exactly difficult to read if you read it. Like, and I think that's kind of like the kicker of it. Like if you don't attempt to even try and read the name correctly, then dude, you're not.
Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel you on that. Dude, seriously, when I say this is probably so you're gonna go, oh god, at this has been one of the longest, and it didn't even feel like it.
Sorry.
I told you. But no, like I told you, I looked down, I said, holy shit, it's been almost 2 hours since I hit record.
Yeah, man.
Seriously though, man, I super appreciate you being on. It means a shit ton to me, and this won't be the last that we actually do anything together. I promise.
Damn right.
Because I'm gonna force it. I'm gonna force the issue on this.
Just let me know.
Oh, I will, dude. And once again, thank you.
No, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're amazing. And once again, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of the Creator Sit Down. If you haven't, please leave a review on any podcast service that you're leaving them on. I definitely do look at those and we'll check them out and probably read some of them as long as they're good. Even the negative ones. Honestly, feedback is good all around. Also, go check out the episode over on YouTube as well. If you haven't already, go give that a subscription and hit the notification bell at the top. Definitely helps with the algorithm on that. As well as go follow this Twitch stream at twitch.tv/NedleyTV, where we have these kind of conversations every day with chat. I want to be here for you and provide you guys some value. So definitely go check that out as well. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. I super appreciate it. Have a fantastic day. I love you.